All right, well, it's Saturday afternoon, early evening here, and just realized I didn't show what I got post-game. So talk a little bit about what happened to bring us about to the post-game. So I mentioned before the game I was able to get, Ozzy Martinez and Gavin LaValle, Trey Miaszewski, I think is how it's actually pronounced. I've been pronouncing it wrong for years now. It looks like, it looks like Michael Chevsky, basically, there, and apparently it's Miaszewski, so... the C and the L are both silent in it. Miaszewski. And Riley Farrell I was able to get as the last one pregame, and I'm glad I got him pregame because, well, you'll see right after this. I'm going to give my little brief play-by-play bonus of why I'm glad I got him, because I don't think he was going to be in much of a signing mood post-game. But I got Eddie Hernandez pregame as well, but the big ones I was able to get, I finally got Hunter Cervenka. I think it's Cervenka. It's either Cervenka or Chervenka. I don't know. I could go either way, really, on that, depending on how European he wants to go on the pronunciation. We got him on all four cards I had of him, and Nick Gardewine as well. Very happy to get him. He was one of the big ones I was really keying in on. So he signed the 5 cards I had of him, including, I had 2 of these go to Chris. 1 goes to me. He had 3 of these that he gave me, but the Willie Calhoun duel there, Chris had 3 of those signed by Calhoun, and just need to get Gardewine on them, and fortunately, I was able to knock those out for him. He said, hey, keep one for yourself there and give me the other 2. And I'm like, I will gladly take that deal. So, yeah, happy to get those ones done. But there you go. That's the post-game report and everything. But, yeah, like I said, excuse me, Riley Farrell, probably not in much of a signing mood after this because, or after that game because, well, that last inning, he came in with a 4-2 lead, coming in to try to close it out. And the inning goes walk, walk, strikeout, walk in a run, strikeout, walk in another run, and walk in the game-winning run. So, yeah, gave up a 4-2 lead without giving up a single hit. That's, without even a ball going in play, at that matter. So, yikes. Tough inning there for him, but so glad I got him pregame at least, and I'm sure he'll bounce back, though. Hopefully, we'll keep an eye out tonight and see if he does here Saturday night and Sunday and the rest of the series. I think they just have Saturday and Sunday left in the series, but there you go. We're going to be going for Cleburne again on Monday, 4th of July. So, get ready, because starting on July 5th, I'm going to have a whole crap load of stuff coming in the mail. Hopefully some TTMs scattered among it there, but getting ready for the road trip. Hopefully you've had a chance to check out my road trip preview video. This video I'm probably going to put up right around the 15th or so, maybe the 20th, just before I leave on that, just so I'm not having to do a TTM video on the road and everything. I'll just, any TTMs I get while I'm away, I'll just do those when I get back. So there you go. We'll have at least an in-person report from the 4th coming up right after this. All right, so it is the 5th. Showed you the highlight, or I guess one at bat there, kind of a low light of the game, because that was kind of where everything started falling apart there for Nick Gardewine there, with went walk, walk, fly out, strikeout. I think it was a hit by pitch after that, then a bloop single, then something else, and yeah, he basically had a Riley Farrell there. So yeah. Sucks for him, but I went and got some stuff signed before the game and after the game, so I'll go ahead and show you what I was able to get before showing you what all I've got in the mail here, too. It's no TTMs or anything, but you'll see what's going to be keeping me busy for a bit. So, first player I was able to get, at least, was Gabriel Guerrero. Of course, you may know him as, I believe, the cousin of Vladimir and Wilton Guerrero. Got 3 cards signed by him right there. That's all I had with me, was 3. He was a 3 per last time, I think, so there you go. Big one that I was able to get that I was really happy to be able to land. This one is Matt Adams. He signed pretty much everything we had, sat there talking to us for a while. Good guy and everything. So, show you 3 of them right there. Fun stuff. Let's see. Casey Gillespie was the next one. Oh, yeah, I was trying to get, well, I'll tell you when, I'll show you the last one there. I'll tell you about getting him. But Casey Gillespie was the next one out. Signs 2 per typically, and signed those 2 right there. We had Darnell Sweeney. Came out a while after that, also a 2 per signer. Excuse me. After a bit, we went down to the other side because Pete Kozma came out, and keep Pete Kozma in your prayers because he has been stricken with deafness. He, we called out to him as he walked out from the clubhouse, kind of looked at us, and that was it. So we tried over the other end of the dugout for when he came back in after warm-ups. He didn't even look at us. And then post-game, exact same thing. Just walked right on by, did not respond to us at all. And, well, considering he was a .213 lifetime Major League hitter and had 2 really bad plays in the field, I'd say maybe he's blind along with being deaf. So, yeah, there's that. Wow. Oh, yeah. So, got Lewis Thorpe, though, at least while we were waiting for Cosma. So, got one signed by him there. My stuff for him didn't come in time, but fortunately Chris was there to get me one. Post-game, we went over and actually started out on the Kansas City side because the only reason I went to the game was because I had a card of Akeem Bostic that I need to get signed for somebody on sportscollectors.net. May have mentioned this before when I got the card in the first place, but fortunately I was able to get it signed, so because of that I get to keep this Victor Mesa Jr. autograph, so got another set edition right there because of that. And also got an Akeem Bostic for myself there as well, so happy to get those ones in. Went over to the Cleburne side after that. Got Kevin McCarthy, signed everything we had. Did not try for a Gardewine again, because, I mean, after an outing like that, I don't think he would have been in any mood to sign. And also was able to get Casey Clemens. He had a black sharp and just ran with it, but whatever. Turns out all right. Looks fine on there. So, there you go. That's the report out of Cleburne there with Cleburne and Kansas City. And now, I get to go into all of this stuff right here. That is part of my Sport Lots purchase for the upcoming road trip. Bought about 800 cards on Sport Lots. There's about 500 of them that got in right here, so we're going to take a look through all of those. Yeah, the great thing is the cards I needed for yesterday got in today. So, yeah, that's great. But, oh well, I got a few for the upcoming trip at least in there as well. So, I'm going to start going through all that now. Not on camera. I don't want to bore all of you with that. But you'll eventually see what I got, I'm pretty sure. Wow, it's been a slow last week or so. This is now Monday, July 11th here. I have a TTM that I did not expect to be coming in today. Good news is, though, a lot of stuff I haven't been showing. Packages coming in with stuff for my upcoming trip. A lot of unsigned stuff in there that hopefully will be getting signed, so it's been keeping me busy at least. But yeah, one TTM, and it's not postmarked, so I didn't know where it was coming from. Had to go and look it up, and fortunately, I think I have it figured out. I think this is going to be from a hockey player. I believe this is Peter Mrazek, goalie for a number of teams. I think he's with Carolina most recently. I think, not certain on that, but see if that's who we've got here. No, it's not. This is actually a different one with the initials of PM. I somehow missed in my listing there, but Pete Metzelars, former tight end for the Bills and the Lions. Signed 3 cards right there. So cool. Happy to get those ones back. Yeah, I'm trying to think. It's been a while since I sent that one out. I'll have to take a look and see when exactly that was. See if I can do a quick search on this. Just looking at my list. Yeah, it was some point here in the last year at least. So, yeah, took a little while, but nothing, too crazy of a wait. Less than a year at least. So, glad to get those ones back, though. So, yeah, good stuff there. And, yeah, that's about it. Hopefully I'll have a few more leaving on the trip on the 21st. So, you're probably viewing this, or I'll at least be posting this video right before then, probably around, like, the 19th, 20th, somewhere around there. So, yeah, there you go. Hopefully I've got some more after that, and, yeah, we'll go from there, and if I don't, well, then we'll see out on the road, but hopefully, yeah, if there's not more after that, I'm going to be kind of mad, so, yeah, see. All right, it's Friday the 15th. A stack of mail here. 2 of these, I believe, are just purchases from Sport Lots. Not going to show those off, but this one, I'm very hopeful for. It's a postmark from Miami on the back and on the front, too. The initials on are DM, and I took a chance on this one, and unfortunately, it feels like it might have a note in there, but, Dennis Martinez, I saw that he'd been signing for free, so I figured, you know what? He's one of my favorite players. Let's try him out, see if he'll do it. It's probably going to be a note in there saying, please go through past pros, unfortunately, but let's see here. See what happens. Sent 2 cards. Sent a nice letter. And yeah, I see a folded up piece of a letter in here. And I see 2 unsigned cards, and it says, please send it to past pros. Yeah, so. Oh, well. I'm 0 for 3 now, I think, at this point on Dennis Martinez, and he's a good pitcher and all, but he's not worth the $25 to pass pros at all. Just, no. That's entirely too much as far as I'm concerned. So, yeah, it sucks. I'd like to have him in my collection. I like having that set that I'm doing, but, yeah, at that price, I'm going to have to pass. So, yeah, crappy luck on that one, unfortunately. I think, honestly, the posts of I saw getting for free, not so much, because it was from a guy, from another guy who's not exactly reliable. So, yeah, oh well. Sucks for that one, but, yeah, oh well. Put that back in the set box, I guess, and hope for the best, and hope there's going to be more later. Hey, everybody, it is Monday the 18th. Only 4 days until I get to leave on the trip, so probably going to post this video up on the 21st, give it a day or so before we go with our first road trip video. But, yeah, I got a few things to show off here that came in the mail today, and I want to talk about pens. at the end of this section. So, first off, I'm going to show you the stuff that came in while I'm thinking about it. I actually got one, if I can find it here real quick. I completely forgot that I had purchased. This is the hazard of getting emails every day that say, hey, here's what's on your eBay watch list, and looking at them and putting in a bid on something and forgetting that you put a bid in on it until it comes time to pay for it. But fortunately, it only cost a couple bucks here. But so for the Heritage 2021 Heritage set, I came across the World Series Game 4 card. Unfortunately, it was signed by Joey Wendell, who's not shown on the card, but it's something at least. At least gets a spot in the collection there. And yeah, I think I paid like $2 plus some shipping costs on it, so maybe $3 at most for it. So I'll gladly take that as a filler, but there you go. So that's what came in there. But yeah, apparently I put in a bid probably about 7 in the morning one morning and kind of forgot about it. An email says, oh, hey, yeah, this is almost here or something. And yeah, I didn't put a bid in on that. What the hell? And then, congratulations, you bought this. I'm like, okay, glad it's only $3. So yeah, I got that one added to the collection. So I'm still hoping that I can find one signed by, what's his name, Phillips on there. But he's the main guy right there in the middle. Phillips, Renfro down there. Not sure on the side who that is, but hopefully I can get one signed by one of those guys at least, and eventually trade that one off or something. But $3, it's worth it. Second of all, this one is an eBay purchase as well from a person in Alabama. This is going to be a set hit that I picked up at a reasonable price. This one I did remember bidding on, so yay for that at least. But this one is for the, come on, there we go. Almost there. There we go. For the Diamond Kings project. And protected quite nicely in here. It is signed in blue, Bill Doran. Second baseman from the Astros here in the 86 set. Went on to play for the Reds a little bit later on, but another one to add into the collection. The 86s, I think, might be the very first one that I finish off eventually. It's the one I've gotten furthest on, at least. I think I have maybe 7 or 8 more to go on those. Not that much. By the way, I forgot to mention, cut the hair off there. You might have noticed that it's there's significantly less hair going on back there, which, yeah, kind of like that. So, also another trade that came in right here, Richard Ripke. We had a deal with him on Facebook, and got them out to me very fast. I was fully expecting that, okay, yeah, these might not get here in time, but fortunately they did. Delivered here today. Got one more trade that I'm waiting on that hopefully will be here maybe tomorrow, maybe Wednesday, somewhere around there. But this is a couple of additions for the Heritage Miners set. Let's open this on up, and I'll show you what we got here. First up, we got, one that fell on the floor. That is Colin Barber, card number 30. I think I tried TTMing him and hadn't gotten anything back yet, so I figured, you know what, we'll make a trade there. Why not? Also picked up a JC Correa, card number 152. And also Jordan Brewer, card number 67. So I set myself a goal of a couple of weeks, months, somewhere around there ago, of trying to get 25% of the minor league set done by the end of the year, and I think I should have no problem reaching that. So got a lot hopefully coming up here in the next couple of days when we start the road trip. It's 110 degrees. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting out on the road because it's 110 degrees today in Arlington. I mean, when I got back from just walking the maybe 1/10 of a mile to the mailbox and getting back, I'm just like, no, yeah, I'm glad to be getting the hell out of Texas. So anyways, like I said, at the end of this, I want to talk about pens. So talk about that a little bit. I put in an order for some very specific ones. Of course, I mean, the industry standard, the hobby standard, whatever you want to call it, is, of course, your typical blue Sharpie. Any serious collector is using blue Sharpie. I mean, some will use black still, but blue is going to show up a lot better on cards that have, kind of dark spots in them and stuff. You can kind of tilt them under the light and still see where the autograph is at. Can't do that as easily with the black Sharpie. It also gets, of course, a good line like that for it. Not too thick, not too thin. Pretty nice. The problem is, though, that Sharpie can bleed on cards or bubble up on cards that are very glossy, that are not, and that you didn't do any prep work on, which takes a little extra time to make sure you get them all prepped right, and sometimes you miss a spot and it still completely ruins everything. Sometimes you can still prep the hell out of them and still have issues too. I've had cards I've rubbed down and players will sign it and it still bubbles anyway. So there's this great pen out there, though. It's called the Statler Lumocolor. Looks just like that. And these things have very few problems with bleeding. It doesn't require as much prep work on there. Most of the time requires no prep work. They also don't dry out easily if you accidentally leave the cap off for a while, whereas Sharpies, they tend to start going dry pretty fast. Just there. excuse me, the Statlers, they'll stay good. They said the tests of up to 2 weeks with the cap off. Say they still don't go dry. The problem is, though, this is, there we go. It's a lot thinner right there, see? So that's the problem with the fine tip there. These are, I think it's a 7/10 of a millimeter, something like that for the fine tip. They have kind of some medium tip ones that are a 1 millimeter, which I haven't tested those out at all, but still thinner than a Sharpie, but it's great if you have a guy who takes his time at a sit-down signing or something like that and puts in the perfect spot, but it's a guy just going right down the line, he's going to send it all over the card, it's not going to look that great. So I'm sitting there thinking, okay, is there something better out there? Unfortunately, I was able to find the Statler Lumacolor, what is this, the number 352 pen. Big pen, look at that thing. I mean, compare just to the size of a Sharpie there. A lot thicker there, almost twice as thick as a Sharpie, maybe about 50% or so. Somewhere around there. I'm not good with geometry really, so probably maybe about twice the thickness there. But they have a chisel tip and a bullet tip. Now I was able to find the bullet tip lens, and just check out the. Just do a quick comparison here. The great thing with these bullet tip ones, compare that to that Sharpie one at the top. Same thickness on it. Show you the tip right here. Take the cap off. So right there, great for autographs. I'm hoping it has the same as the thinner tip Lumos, that they don't bleed and bubble and all that. This is going to be the real test here on this trip. So I've got 3 of these here. Going to start using those, and hopefully everything works out well. But it took me a while to find them, because they're really big in Europe, but not so much in the U.S. So I put in an order through a company that had them for, I think it was like $2.50 a pen. I'm like, oh, hell yeah, we'll go ahead and buy 3 of these, because otherwise I was going to buy a box of 10 of them off of Amazon for $30. I'm like, no, I only need about 3 of them. Should be fine with that. So went out, bought those. Unfortunately, I didn't see until after I purchased this company's in the UK, and I'm sitting there thinking, oh, crap. It's going to take forever to get here. And I just knew in the back of my mind that, okay, I'm leaving here on Thursday the 21st. 21st? Yeah, 21st. They're probably going to arrive Friday the 22nd. Unfortunately, no. They got into my mailbox this morning, this afternoon, whenever it was. They're here. They're going to get tested on this trip. And we'll report back, and hopefully we'll have a new idea of a pen to use here for getting autographs. So that's it for today. Hopefully we'll have some more coming up before I leave. If not, we'll do a quick little wrap up here after this, and we'll see you out on the road. And you can always tune into the all the individual videos I'm going to be posting, hopefully every night from this road trip, calling it On the Road with DFW Grapher. So make sure you're checking that out. All right, it's Wednesday the 20th, and I've got 2 items in the mailbox right here, a trade and a TTM. We'll take a look at this trade here first. So hoping this would get in before I leave for the trip, and fortunately it did. The deal that I made on Facebook through a group there, and was able to get autographs from Bryce Ball and Riley Thompson for the Heritage set right there. And also Zach Daniels and Cole Ruderer, something like that. That dude. So there you go. 4 new set editions right before I head out on the road. Very happy to put those in. And we've got ourselves a TTM right here. A little note on the back there about a Facebook page. Initials on it are BS. It's from New Jersey. And finally, this is one that I thought had gone missing. So this guy typically is a pretty quick response, but he has said actually in a couple of Facebook groups over the years that he went from getting like 1 or 2 requests every week or so to getting like 40 or 50 requests a week to sign. So his mail response time has slowed down a bit, he said, but I did at least get this one back. So I believe this is going to be Billy's sample, and I believe it's going to finish off my rookies. I think it's a 79 set, I think it was, 79 tops with him and a couple other Rangers. And yes, indeed it did. He also put in his customary note as well, which of course contains a scanned copy of his Sports Illustrated article right after he retired. Short note says, Drew, pardon for taking so long to get this back to you. My desk is a mess. Looking forward to being on your podcast. Billy 71522. So there you go. Sounds like he's very interested in doing the TTM podcast. So I'll pass that on to Jeff, and we'll see if we can get him on there at some point. But yeah, there is the card signed. I got done by Pat Putnam first, then Danny Darwin. Now Billy Sample finishes it out. 79 Rangers Prospects one. So very happy to get that one back, and yeah, we'll talk to Jeff about getting Billy Sample on the show at some point. So, there you go. I leave tomorrow for the great road trip. I think I was probably going to about do it for the TTMs here. I mean, I might have one tomorrow, but I'll let that one wait. Maybe I'll open up while I'm on the road or something like that. So, make sure you stay tuned, because I'm going to be posting videos here every single day of this trip, just about. At least every day we're going to a game. Not on Mondays then because of that. So make sure you hit subscribe if you haven't done so. It should be right down below the video there somewhere. So make sure you hit subscribe. Get notified every time I post a new one. And of course, make sure you're checking out sportscardforum.com, sportscollectors.net. Great sites for addresses and all sorts of collectibles info. And of course, tune into the TTM Cast podcast. Get a hold of that anywhere that podcasts can be downloaded. We're on a whole bunch of different things with all associated with that. And of course, our radio show, Sports Collectors Club, on the Sports Map Radio Network. So that's it for this month's edition, and we'll see you with all of DFW Grapher on the road, and then any TTMs I get that come in throughout the remainder of the month and in August in my August episode.